Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Rob.
Hi everyone.
Vicky's husband, and he's lived in Bulgaria for 2 years. He's an American, and before he lived here, he hadn't traveled anywhere. So
only in the United States.
Only in the United States.
Never outside.
Yeah. So he's lived here for 2 years. He understands it for the most part, the language. He speaks. But he says he doesn't, but he does.
Yeah, okay, sometimes.
Yeah, so we're gonna make a segment about 5 things he likes about Bulgaria and 5 things he doesn't like about being in Bulgaria. So this is his experience, and yeah. So Rob, what are the 5 things you like about being in Bulgaria?
The 5 things I like. Okay, number 1, this isn't in any particular order. But one thing I really like here is food. Bulgarian food is very good.
Yeah.
It's very different than American food. It's some things are similar, but for the most part, a lot of things are different. There's some things that I've seen here that I've never seen in America.
Like what?
Like goat brains and goat head and tongue. I mean, we have these kind of things in America, but it's not very common. If you go up in the mountains in the Appalachians, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so the food, I love the food. Scenery, Bulgaria is a very beautiful country.
Yes.
Mountains, you got the sea, the Black Sea.
Yeah.
You have everything here when it comes to nature. I mean, you can find that anywhere.
Yeah.
Also history. I mean, at this Plovdiv, where we live, is one of the oldest standing and inhabitable cities in all of Europe.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It may be the oldest. I don't know. I couldn't imagine it is because you have Rome, Thessaloniki. So I don't know, but it's one of them, and it used to be part of the Roman Empire. So that's why you could still find Roman ruins here, which I love.
Yeah.
So that's 2. 3. One thing that I would really like to see, which I am not counting on, it won't happen, is if America could adopt more of a lifestyle of to understand how sometimes people need to take a break. Here, usually if you work somewhere 8 months, you get about 20 days vacation.
Wow.
A year.
That's
so
nice.
They have a sense of sometimes people need a break to go on vacation, to get away from your everyday grind. I really like that a lot about here.
That's nice.
But it isn't just Bulgaria. It's
Europe.
this part of the world.
Oh.
Not all of Europe, because if you go to northern Europe, western, like France, Germany, they're more western. So
that's. And can I add on to that? Vicky was telling me that the women, like, let's say if you're pregnant, you could just like stop
2
working.
years.
Yeah, 2 years. I'm like, where is that at?
You get 2 years paid leave, but it's not a lot of money. I mean, but if you're with your husband and he's making money, you're still bringing in a half of what you. So it's actually good. I mean, it's really good that they do that.
It's coming out.
So yeah, some of the things that.
But the 2 years paid leave, like you get like your paycheck, like everything, like your normal paycheck for that, or is it lesser than what?
It's less. It's like half of what you usually would make, but it's like law for them to pay you those 2 years. So that I do like how they have more of an understanding of people and their needs, and it's not just you live to work and die. Which I mean, it sounds harsh, but okay, so 4. 4 is one thing that I personally like that some people can maybe find it a little bit standoffish is people can be sometimes very straightforward. there's no beating around the bush. They will tell you how it is, and they usually mean well. But sometimes for Americans, we're from a different culture, so
Yeah.
Sometimes it can come off as harsh or
Yeah.
rude. But I actually appreciate it a lot of times how they don't try to cater to your feelings. They just tell you how it is, which can be refreshing at times. And
Was it kind of moving here? Was it kind of like weird for you to like? Was it kind of harsh? Did you think something about it, like, oh, like they just speak their mind and
well, not necessarily, because I grew up around a lot of Croatian, Bosnians, and the culture is very similar, so it wasn't too foreign for me. The fifth thing, I know I'm leaving out some things because there's a lot of things here that I really like, but the fifth thing I'll say that people are extremely helpful. Like most people they'll go the extra mile to help you out if you, especially like, say me, I'm foreign, but they see me actually making an effort to learn the language and the culture and everything. That makes them very happy. And sometimes it seems like they're laughing, but it's not. They're not laughing at you. It just makes them really happy that somebody comes here and actually tries to learn the language. And they'll try to help. Like, they'll do anything to try to help for that. So I have known a lot of people that have been extremely helpful. So that's my five things off the top of my head there. I'm sure I'm leaving out some, but
Yeah. And he's also gonna start a YouTube channel. I'm gonna link up his info by, whenever I upload it. So like watch out for his channels. Maybe if you guys want more videos about this, he can, talk about it on his channel and stuff. So now 5 things you dislike about being in Bulgaria.
Well, one thing that I can't say that I don't like it. It's just one thing that I find extremely difficult is the language. Bulgarian language is very hard to learn. It's not an easy language at all. You have to learn the Cyrillic alphabet. You have to learn the different grammar that's completely different than English, or I don't know, I'm sure a lot of different languages. So that, I can't exactly say it's one thing I don't like, but it's very difficult. So I'll put it up there as one thing. I wish I could like flip a switch in my head and just know Bulgarian, but that's not a possibility. So
But for the most part, I feel like you know a lot. Like conversating with people and stuff.
It's also because I was thrust out into the culture. Like I hear that's the best way to learn a language is just to be out in it, around it all the time, speaking it even though you sound stupid. And but I will say, people say that's the best way to learn a language, which I would agree. But it's also the hardest because it's really hard right away. It's just you're out there. It's the best way, but it is not easy at all to just be thrust out into a different culture or language. Okay, so two would be the driving here. I find to be crazy. I know it's worse in other parts of the world, but I've never been there. I'm from Ohio, and driving there is straight and big streets. I mean, there's really no problems there. Here, people make their own rules. They don't care about it. People cut you off. People just want to. It's different for me, but I don't personally drive here, so it doesn't affect me so much unless I'm in the car with Vicky. And I just notice things, and I even still find myself to get irritated because people. Well, I'll group actually one other one in there. I think it's part of the culture as well. Not the driving, but people are kind of like always in some sort of weird survival mode. If you're at a store, there's no lines. They kind of all just gather around the cash register, and you have to learn how to be more aggressive, or you'll end up in the back of the line. And it's just, I don't know, it can get frustrating.
Yeah.
So that's 2. 3. One thing I don't like about Bulgaria. Maybe sometimes, once again, this is another thing that isn't necessarily something I don't like, but it's also because I'm from a different culture, and it's very different. How everything is a lot more slow paced, and nothing like in America. Almost everything is made to be built around your convenience. Where here, nothing is made to be built around your convenience. You're inconvenienced all the time. And coming from America, you know, we would get upset about how many inconveniences here, and it's just, it can be very far behind when it comes to things, and it can really get on your nerves, especially if you come from a place like America where everything's all up to date, and they try to make things as smooth as possible so your precious life is not inconvenienced. Which we're very spoiled, and this place has shown me how spoiled you know we are as Americans, and me myself as well. And I still find myself getting irritated when something happens. But it's life. I mean, I'm blessed to be able to experience that. Not everybody, most of the world does not live like America.
Yeah.
Oh man, 4.
Wait, so still on number 3, I have a question. So, like, can you get, not really a question, but can you give an example that you felt like, you know, things weren't, you know, to your convenience? Like, you know, America, you said life is they make life, like, as easy as it could get, and over here it's kind of like,
well, one thing, which I can't necessarily speak for America because I have never gone through it in America, but immigration, going through immigration was a huge pain here. You had to, nothing is in computers, okay? So everything is, you have to go this place for a piece of paper and go get it here stamped and go get it. You know, you think like, well, can we just do this somehow, like electronically?
Everything, okay.
But here it's not like that, so everything's still paper.
Right.
And not only that, this applies to a lot of things. They're not up to date so much with the system with electronic. Everything isn't fast paced, and, you know, like America. Here is okay. You get this now. Go here and get it stamped. Get this like official stamp, and then you got to go somewhere else and give that. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff. That's just a small example, but or you'll go somewhere and something's just closed or not working, and they say that they're there's a lot of that, and they don't also sometimes they'll just shut your water off. Like they don't give you any kind of notice, like if they're working on something. In America, like they'll at least let you know, like, all right, this is what's going to be here. You just turn the water on, it's out. And I'm like, or like electricity, something they do that, and it can get on your nerves. So that's one thing. Like it's not really based on your convenience. It's behind a little bit, maybe. But okay, so 4. Oh man, 4 roads. Okay, I'll group maybe this in with driving. But the roads, there are potholes all over the place, and a lot of the roads are still cobblestone type of roads. So when you're driving, you can't drive with a cup of coffee, or you're gonna be like all over the place. It's rough. So that's one thing. But they don't have money to be putting into things like a lot of these countries over here are not very rich, so they don't have the money to be putting into the roads and stuff like that. So it's it can get frustrating a little bit when I'm trying to drink a cup of coffee and we're driving or something. So I've spilled things many times in her car. I feel like I'm kind of reaching at this point. I can. So the 5th thing, look, I'll just say the fifth thing is the superstitions. I am not a very superstitious person, and here there's a story and a superstition behind everything. And they have some sort of... But I can also sometimes put this in something that I like, because I like to see how excited people get to tell you the stories and the legends of this place. And, you know, when you have such an old country like this, every rock formation or every building has some sort of legend and story that goes along with it. So that part of it I like, but sometimes I maybe I get a little bit frustrated. You know, we are Christian and we go to Christian churches, of course, but you know, and a lot of it is based more on superstitions and not so much Bible. I find that to be extremely common here, and that is one thing that I don't like. But I guess that's 5 things I like and 5 things I don't.
Yeah.
But to say, I can't say that America is better or Bulgaria is worse or either or, because honestly I just see it as different. There's some things that America does better than Bulgaria, and there's some things that I like better here that, you know, it's just what it is. It's just a different life, different culture, but like we were just talking yesterday, I mean, when it comes to different cultures, different people, different everything, people are still the same. They're still the same daily grind of going to work, putting food on the table, getting the kids to school, getting all these things. So it's a daily grind worldwide. This is not a certain place. It's everywhere in every person. So,
yay. So thank you for watching our video. Like I said, he's gonna have a YouTube channel, and I'll put the link below. What's your YouTube channel gonna be mostly about? Anything?
Well, I actually kind of wanted to do, I mean, I could probably do some stuff when it comes to like Bulgaria and my experiences here, but I kind of was hoping to base my channel mostly on going through the Bible. Maybe book by book, chapter by chapter, and we'll see how it goes. I'm really not experienced at all with any of this kind of stuff, so we'll see.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.